I'm Mara Johnson, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some classes, or actually a class that I'm teaching this fall. This is a Gypsy Journal, kind of smash, kind of art journal, all mixed up with lots of things that I like album. And we're going to be playing with a lot of twinkling H2Os, a lot of stencils, some spray paint, and all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, we're going to do making our own embellishments, much like this little guitar right here. And you're going to be able to choose your own colors, so it's kind of cool. Be thinking of what you like. And we're going to go do a little bit, here you can see a nice cool resist where we've created with the spray paint and with my stencil, and then Luminart to create this really beautiful textured page. And there's a couple of things. We're also going to do direct to rubber on paper bag. And it's really cool because the paper bag is very, very porous, so the impression is incredibly iridescent afterwards. So it's a beautiful looking thing. And we're going to make some pockets for you to hide some little tidbits in, and little banners like this one. This is a three-dimensional butterfly. There's a lot of Luminart on here you can't really see in the video, but there is on the sample. And we're going to work on creating like a tie-dye little effect on the flowers. Extra texture is always good. And we're going to go ahead and play also. I kind of want you to look before you come to class. Look at O Magazine and Real Simple and some of those magazines that always have that kind of inspirational feel to it. They often have cool little words and cool sayings in there and quotes that are awesome for jump starts for your pages. So I'd ask you to bring a couple of those magazines to class to cut up, hence the smash part, right? And of course, any other little souvenirs that you want to add into it. Here's a couple of quotes that I got. I got this off of a Real Simple magazine and in the ad for a prescription drug, so go figure, right? Do more, know more. Kind of makes sense. Now, I also want to talk a little bit about the supplies that or tools that you need to bring. One of the things you're going to need to bring is Modge Podge or gel matte medium. Whatever you choose, make sure that it's a matte finish, because that way when it dries it's perfectly smooth and we can either layer more on top of it or it's not sticky when your pages glue together afterwards. So you gotta have that. Also, I'm gonna ask you to bring a large paintbrush, and it really needs to be about 3/4 of an inch wide, and nylon. And the reason you want nylon is it lays the paint down very smoothly with hardly any brush strokes, and oftentimes also the good part about it is it doesn't leave bristles. And then you're trying to pick the bristles out of your stuff, and that sort of stinks. Also have you bring a couple little detail brushes, and the detail brushes we're going to be using to shade. So we'll be using those to work with the little flower and the tie-dye kind of feel, and also with shading on like your guitar and other pieces that you use. Because I'm really going to have I don't want it to be flat color in this. I want you guys to stretch a little bit. You're also going to be bringing a black ink pad. Doesn't necessarily have to be ColourBox, but I really want it to be an ink pad that's waterproof. It could be a hybrid, preferably not something that you need to heat set, preferably a dye ink pad. And the reason we're going to be doing that is because we're going to be using it both for the swiping, but also I'm going to be bringing some stamps for you to play with as well. So I'm going to have that. And you're going to have to bring glue dots, and I'm often asked when I put them on the supply list what size. Bring the 1/2 inch ones and the flat. They're really good for gluing down the embellishments, nice and big size and sticky, and you don't need pop dots because there's plenty of pop with the cardboard behind the pieces that we're working on. And make sure you bring plenty of white paper towels, literally white, no print on it, because you'll be able to use those paper towels later after you've gotten them full of paint. And last but not least, no foam brushes. I'm going to do a little bit of video about why I don't like foam brushes in class with the twinkling H2Os, but oftentimes they fall apart and they soak up way too much of the paint and water, and it's really hard to control. So make sure you bring a paintbrush like so. That's it for now. I will see you soon in class. Have a great day. Bye-bye.